There has been peaks and valleys so far in Barry Ferguson's Rangers career, and Neil Mccan is getting stuck in to the doubters. We'll come back to Fog Football, and the main headline here is that Barry Ferguson is already proven doubters wrong. So we're going to get into what Neil Mccan has to say, but what do I have to think here? Here, I think Barry Ferguson has proved people wrong because I think everyone, especially after about 20 minutes against Kilmarnock, everybody almost borderline expect the Rangers to lose every game of football. It's been far from perfect, but you know what? Through to the next round of Europa League, silenced Jose Mourinho, and then squished Celtic at Parkhead. Squished. I meant to go with squished. What's the? Doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Tierney did what he did with the ball. I was trying to go for something like that, but you know what? I'm just up for an afternoon nap there, and I'm absolutely dead. So let's talk about what Neil McCann had to say. All right. Point is, Big Barry, he's knocked out Fenerbahce. He's beat Celtic at Parkhead, something that's not been done in like 4.5 years. He's done all right. He's done no bad. Squished him like a bug. Gap's still 13 points, bear in mind, but we move on. And I quote, I think that a lot of people maybe thought for his coaching CV that he maybe wouldn't even be ready to take this position. I think he's proved that wrong. It's not my place to tell anybody who's to get the job or not beyond the end of the season. All we can do is work hard. He's trying to bring the character he had as a player, the demands he had as a player. I think we're showing that we've got a bit of guts about us. With our mindset, we've got a bit of a determination. I think the gaffer was wanting us to change coming in. He felt that we have to be sort of switched on a wee bit more. I definitely believe that we've got something there. End of quote. Here, as we've said, the Kelly game. What was the last game there? Dundee. I mean, you can throw Celtic in, and you can probably throw in the Fenerbahce 2-0 at Ibrox, because even though we lost 2-0, I think under Clement we would have absolutely got scudded in that game. So there's so many matches that under this Barry, Neil, Alan, and Billy, New Orange Order, whatever you want to call them, Dream Team. There's been games, proofings in the pudding, because if it was Clement and his assistants and his team, I don't think we'd be sitting here talking about Athletic Bilbao on the 10th of April, put it that way. McCann then ended the interview with, and I quote, of course, you would hope there's already an influence been happening because they felt they had to make a change, the board. When the board makes a change in the management team, then clearly they are looking for a reaction and want results. All we can do is try and get them. As a coaching staff, none of us is frightened of a challenge. Not one of us. If it was to be presented to us, I don't think there would be any of us that would say, not for us, but it's too far in the distance to even encourage that. End of quote. Well, yeah, Neil McCann leaving the door slightly ajar. Of course, none of these four would turn down the job. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, Barry Ferguson, right, would be getting... He would obviously be the head of the I was going to say the snake, but, you know, he'd be the head of the machine. You get me? Then McCann would be his number two, and then McGregor and Billy Dodds would be doing what they've been doing so far. But full term, long term, full time, they'd be getting more money, and I think that's the key thing here that I think they'd all be rather happy about, the four of them. But we'll have to wait and see. But in terms of proving people wrong, he has. I think he's done that. I mean, I don't even think it's up for debate. How many people laughed at Bazball? And, you know, there is still people laughing at Bazball, but, you know, were they laughing at Bazball, you know, a couple of Sundays ago when they won 3-2? Were they laughing at Bazball when they came from behind against Kelly and Dundee? No. But were they laughing at Bazball when we, you know, lost at Ibrox to, what do you call that team? Motherwell 2-1. Of course they were. I mean, that's just normal. I think there's been more, you know, there's been far few laughs at Rangers under Barry Ferguson than there was with Philip Clement. Just we need to really sort it out at the end of the day. We can't just be losing games like the Motherwell one. We've got to return to some sort of form at Ibrox and then sort ourselves out on the road consistently a wee bit more. And you never know. But what Barry's got to do is win every game domestically and pray that he gets past Athletic Bilbao and then he might get the job.